sure why I forgot this today. All right. So let me share my screen and we will start learning about the Saat Tattva Bhool. And we will start. Sure why I forgot this. Sorry. There we go. All right, there we go here. So we are learning about Acharya Uma Swami, and he wrote the Tattvartha Sutra. The three things which all Jains all over the world follow. So Arhan, when I meant three things, I did not mean puja or eating before sunset or filtered water. We all follow that in our conduct. But I meant the three scriptures. So one is Namokar mantra, which Neev said. Second is Bhaktamar Stotra. Bhaktamar Stotra में किसकी भक्ति की गई है? Whom are we bowing down to? It is a stuti about any one of you.
Adinath Bhagwan.
Very good. And the third is Tattvartha Sutra. Tattvartha Sutra is a very condensed version. It's a big, it includes information about all the fundamentals, but in a very condensed way. Okay, do you know what a sutra is? Sutra is something which you tie together. Okay, and in the Tattvartha Sutra, all the scriptures are actually integrated together. Okay, and that's why it has attained great fame. So, Acha, and it is the, yes, Bolo Neev?
How long is it?
Tattvartha Sutra. It's got 10 chapters. You and I, all of us, are actually going to study Tattvartha Sutra, and it is the most amazing granth you will ever learn. Okay? Like in English, we cannot condense information in these little verses, aphorisms, sutras. But in Sanskrit, that is the beauty of Sanskrit. You can include so much information like Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitrani, Moksha Margaha. This is the first sutra. And do you know, volumes and volumes of books have been written only on one sutra. All right, so it's got 10 chapters and 337, if I'm not mistaken, um, sutras altogether. Sorry, Chiranshi, are you correct? Is something 57? You're
Yeah,
muted.
I think it's like 357.
257. All right, I'll confirm and let you know.
300.
357. All right. Thank you. Thanks for confirming that. So that was about Tattvartha Sutra, and you and I will be learning that. Okay, we are going to learn Chhadhala, Tattvartha Sutra, and it's going to be wonderful to learn all those. But for us to understand that, let's get our framework first. Okay, now he was the chief disciple of Kunda Kundacharya. We all know Kunda Kundacharya. He was very, very famous. He has written 84 granths, 84 pravruts, out of which we have only 12 left now. And do you know one common prefix given to Acharya Umaswami and Kunda Kundacharya? Any idea? Any idea? So Kunda Kundacharya is also called Elacharya. He's also called, what else? Vakragrivacharya, because when he used to write so much and his neck became sort of crooked. And Gruddha Pichacharya. Is that what you were going to say, Chiranshi? So Gruddha is like a vulture, Giddha Pakshi. And once they are peachy, it fell off. So the Muniraj can never do without a peachy because that is a symbol of their sayam, of self-restraint. And that's why they had to gather feathers of the vulture and make a peachy. And that happened to both Kunda Kundacharya as well as his prime student. Now, he was a very glorious Acharya. And in Jain tradition, Tattvartha Sutra enjoys the same dignity. Just like we have Bhagavad Gita, we have Bible, we have Quran, you have the Guru Granth Sahib. That's the role Tattvartha Sutra plays. That's the highest honor Tattvartha Sutra has in Jain community. During the last 2000 years, there's so many different languages and commentaries written on Tattvartha Sutra. Okay, Tattvartha Sutra is a very, very tiny book. Look, can you see this? Can everyone see this? It's like that tiny. I've got everything condensed in that little book. Okay, but on this little book, on this little book, there are volumes and volumes. You will not even believe it. Volumes and volumes of commentaries written. Samya, can you remove that from your mouth and keep that away, please? Thank you. Everyone else, whenever you feel okay, turn your videos on. Whenever you're ready. Chali. So that was about Acharya Umaswamy. Okay. Now Tatvad Sar. I'm going to tell you the names of from some granths. Okay. If we play a Kahoot today, log in with one of these names. There's Sarvartha Siddhi, Tatvartha Vartik, there's Raj Vartik, Shlok Vartik, Tatvartha Sar, and one like humongous book. It's called Gandha Hasti Mahabhashya. It is the longest, the largest, the grandest book ever written. It contains 84,000 shlok. Would you believe that? But unfortunately, what a shame that we do not have it today. Okay. Now, another commentary is Artha Prakashik. Okay, it's Tatvar Sutra is the first Jain scripture written in Sanskrit language, and the current chapter that we are learning is out of the chapter 4 of Tatvar Sutra. Tatvar Sutra has 10 chapters called Adhyayas. Now, what does Adhyay mean? In some granths, like in Samaisar, the chapters are called Adhik. Yeah, Arvi, you want to answer?
No, I just wanted to ask if you could bring up the page again.
Yeah,
I want
sure.
to write something down.
Absolutely, absolutely. There you go. Okay. In some granths, like in Samaisar, the chapters are called adhikars. Okay. In Chhadala, the chapter is called a dhal, whereas here the chapter is called adhyay. Okay, so just different synonyms for for chapter. Now,
Thank
let's
you.
learn about. You're welcome. Let's learn about the three loks. What does lok even mean? Like the world, the upper world, the lower world, and the middle world. Where do we live? Upper world means heaven or the celestial beings or Devgati ke jeev. The lower world
Middle
means
one.
we live in middle, right? Lower means narak or the infernal. Narkis are also called infernal. And we all live in the middle. So humans, animals, and the plant kingdom live in the middle. Does that mean you are up north, so you're upper world, and I live down south, so I'm lower world? No, that's not what we mean, okay? So otherwise you might start thinking you live in Swarg and I live in Narak. All right, so it's not based on the equator at all. Chaliye, let's go forward. Now, the whole universe, all right, Kunda Acharya, do you know he went to this place where he listened to Simandar Bhagwan's Divya Dhwani? What is that place called? What was that place he traveled to? And how did he travel there? Any idea? Yes, Chiranchi?
I think it's Vidikshetra, and he traveled because he had this Riddhi
Yes,
to go. Yeah,
yes,
and
Charan Riddhi. Yes, he did travel to this, sorry, this place called Vidyakshetra. And what is very famous, what is very special, unique about Vidyakshetra, which you and I don't have here in Bharat Kshetra? Yes, Bolo?
It's something about there being like many Bhagwans,
Yes, excellent name. Chiranshi, you want to continue?
20 Bhagwans in the top.
yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Right. You and I, we are born in Bharat Kshetra, where there's only 24 Tirthankars, but only in the fourth Kal. Out of the six Kals, six eras, only in the fourth era, we get to go down to the 24 Tirthankars. However, in Videha Kshetra, some people call it Mahavideha Kshetra, there's always the fourth Kal. So the change, the parivartan in time, in eras doesn't happen. Does that mean there's no Kal Dravya there? No, that's not right. There is Kal Dravya. Change happens. However, every Kal is like the fourth Kal. Okay? And guess the important thing. There's always 20 Tirthankars persistently over there. So at any point, there is always a Samaksharan there. And something more interesting. There's 20 Tirthankars, And when first Tirthankar goes to Moksha, okay, another Tirthankar of the same name takes his place. Guess how cool is that? Simandar, Yugmandar, Bahu, Subahu, Sanjatak, or like that, there's 20 Tirthankars. Do more than one Tirthankar ever live in the same place? No. Okay. So Mahavidya Kshetra, it's got different areas. So the punya or the auspiciousness of one Tirthankar is that there's no one who is as powerful as him in that entire area. Okay, just like in Bharat Kshetra, we have only one Mahavir. Right now, in whose Shasan Kal are we living? We are under whose rule? Mahavir Bhagwan ka Shasan Kal chal raha hai. हम कहते हैं ना, until there's a next Tirthankar, okay? Until Raja Shrenik becomes the first Mahapadma Tirthankar, we will be following Mahavir Bhagwan's Shasan. Like that, until Simandar Bhagwan goes to Moksha, it's his shasan. When he goes, another Simandar Bhagwan will come there. Okay, another Muni by the name of Simandar will come there, who's an Aryant, and then he will go to Moksha. So, like that, in the 20 different areas, okay, there will be 20 Tirthankars in the Mahavideha Kshetra. Now, the whole universe is divided into three worlds. We live in the central or the middle world. Now, this one where you and I live, it has innumerable islands and seas which encircle each other. All right. What do we mean by encircle? Just imagine there's a bangle. Okay. Imagine there's a circle which is like that, 2D. And you draw another circle which is double the diameter of that circle. And then the third one is double of the second circle, and so on. Next week, what I can do is I've actually got nice PowerPoints. I can show you through the PowerPoints. In the center, right in the center, the first one is called Jambu Dweep. That's where you and I live, okay? Which is surrounded on all sides by the Lavan Samudra. What does Lavan mean? Salt, okay? Does the sea water in the US taste salty? Yes, it does. All right. Same here with Australia. Why? Because it's got salt in it. On all the sides, Jambudweep is encircled by Lavan Samudra. Then the second one is called Dhat Ki Khand. Khand is an island. So there's island and then a sea or an ocean. Another island followed by an ocean. Like that. They encircle each other. So Jambudweep, Lavan Samudra. Dhat Ki Khand, Kalodadi Samudra. It's called Kalodari because it's dark, okay, sort of blackish water. And then third one is Pushkarvar Dweep and encircled by Pushkarvar Samudra, okay. Right in the center of this Pushkarvar Dweep are these tall mountains beyond which human beings cannot travel. It's called Manushottar Parvat. Now, we live in Jambu Dweep. And where does Simandar Bhagwan live? He is also in Jambudweep, but Jambudweep is not small. It is expansive. It is 1 lakh yojan in diameter. Right at the center of Jambudweep is this mountain called Sumeru Parvat. Maybe it would be good if I show you the picture of the mountain right now. Give me 1 second, because I don't think this would make sense without seeing it at least 2D. And we can actually also see a picture. Jambudweep images. All right, good. Perfect. Sorry, 1 second, guys. All right. Now, can you see this picture here? this picture where there's this Mount Meru in the center, and you see the seas encircling each other, sea of salt. Can you all see it? Can you see my cursor? Neve, yes? Yeah, I'm not able to enlarge it. I wonder why. And then first is the Sea of Salt. Then Kalodadi is the Sea of Sugarcane Juice. Then we have Pushkarvar Dweep. Okay. Then we have Grutvar. The water is like ghee. It's like viscous. Then we have Kshirvar. It's a sea of milk. Okay. So there's different types. Now let's go forward. Now let me show you the Jambu Dweep. This I should be able to. There we go. Nope. All right. Why not? This does not allow me to share. Okay. All right. Now I'm able to share it. Can everyone see this three lok? So that's the, under these, this is the 7 narak. Above are the 16 swargs. And this little thing in the middle, that is the madhyalok, very, very tiny. So see, the naraks and the swargs occupy a lot of space, but the madhyalok is just very teeny tiny. And do you know, this is not 3D. This is like this is not 2D, but it's 3D. It's like, it's got volume inside it. And this blue thing, can everyone see this blue thing in the center? That is called Tras Nali. So that rod sort of thing there, that is the only place where Tras Jeeves, 2, 3, 4, 5 sense Jeev live. Rest everywhere, it's only 1 sense Jeeves. So how lucky are we? And how few, that shows that Tras Jeev itne kam hote. It's so rare to become a Tras Jeev, means a 2, 3, 4, 5 sense Jeev. Now let me take you to all right. Let me see if this opens up. Why not? It doesn't allow me to open it. And it just, I'll try once. If it doesn't, then next week I'll try and organize a separate slideshow for you if it doesn't. Nope, it doesn't allow me. All right, that's okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. I'll explain it to you later. Now, there is 14 rivers, okay, in that Jambu Dweep. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, in that Jambu Dweep, it is not small, it is massive. In the center, right in the center, is a massive mountain called Sumeru Parvat. Yes, Arhan, bolo beta.
Or is space is like space and the planet like like the 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 like the planet is the land and then the space, the rest of the part the ocean.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Like like planets in outer space are those, is that the land and then everything around it.
No, that's not it. No, I got what you mean, Arhan. So that's not it. Look, we live on the Earth, okay? And we live in the Milky Way galaxy. Like that, there's millions and trillions of galaxies out there, okay? And it's like only a speck, very, very tiny part of the entire universe, okay? So just like you and I have learned in geography, there's a sun and all the planets encircle the sun. All right, that's what you mean. That's not how the Jain geography is. Jain geography is different from that. Okay? And why would we believe in the Jain geography when our scientists don't even know it? Why would we still, spare our time to study? Bolo Chiranji?
Because it's in the Janvani and that's the Bhagwan's Janvani and they're Sarvagya, so they know everything.
Very nice. So there's no scope for any flaws. Whereas our scientists, they are just dabbling, they are just trying to figure out things through a little bit of logic and analysis. And through bare minimum knowledge, we can attain through our eyes, through devices. And are any of the scientists Sarvagya? No. So their knowledge can have flaws, rather has flaws because they are not able to see everything as it is. Okay, so we are going to Jambudweep. Right in the center of Jambudweep is this mountain called Mount Meru. Okay, then there are 6 big mountains. So center is Mount Meru, and then there is other mountains. Now these mountains divide the Jambudweep, okay, from east to west with mountains called Himvan, Mahahimvan, Nishad, Nil, Rukmi, and Shikari. When these 6 lie from east to west, the Jambudweep has 7 parts. Okay, so 6 mountains dividing the Jambudweep into 7 parts. What are they called? Bharat Kshetra. One part is Bharat Kshetra, where you and I live. And then we have Himvat, Hari, Videha, Ramyak, Hairanyavat, and Airavat Kshetra. Okay, let me do one thing. There might be a video on this. Let me quickly search that for you. Because when you see it 3D, you might enjoy seeing it and you might gauge it better. Just give me 1 second only. In the meantime, anyone who knows anything about the Naraks can start talking. What do you know about the Naraks or the infernal worlds? Anyone? You don't even have to ask me. Just start
There
telling
are
us.
like 7 Haruks and only men can go to the 7th one.
Okay. What else? Very good.
Narkis live in Nayak and they have like no food. So even if they eat all the food from the whole like world, their thirst and hunger won't be fulfilled.
Hmm?
Their bodies reform.
Very
They live for an extremely long time, even longer than like the
Yeah, what is the minimum time someone can live in Narak?
is that like 2 million years?
It is 10,000 years.
Oh,
Okay, a minimum span of 10,000 years. All right, I've got a video. Let's share this. And next week, I'll keep my PowerPoint ready so that you all can see it. Chali.
Let me show you how we do stuff around here.
Actually, my department uses Monday.com, so I'm good.
Work management tool? No.
7, 5 और 4 योजन मोटाई वाले
Sorry. Okay.
लोक आकाश द्रव्य के मध्य में लोकाकाश है। लोकाकाश के 3 भाग हैं, अधोलोक।
So Akash Dravya is vast and expansive. In the center of Akash Dravya is this Lok Akash. Okay? Akash Dravya is divided into 2. Alok means there's only Akash Dravya, no other 5 Dravyas. And in Lok Akash is where all the 6 Dravyas exist.
मध्यलोक और ऊर्ध्वलोक। संपूर्ण लोक की ऊंचाई 14 राजू प्रमाण है।
Now, what is Raju? It is the unit of measurement. The height of the entire 3 loks, right from the bottom to the top, is 14 Rajus.
उसमें से अधोलोक की ऊंचाई 7 राजू और ऊर्ध्वलोक की ऊंचाई 7 राजू है।
Amazing, the Sufi effect. Now let's go to Jambudweep. Look, this is what I mean by the lands encircling by the oceans. Can you see this? Yes, what is that tall thing? That is the Mount Meru, the Sumeru Parvat. It is millions of times higher than Mount Everest.
अधोलोक का 1000 योजन और ऊर्ध्वलोक का 99,040 योजन मिलाकर कुल 1,40,000 योजन प्रमाण वाला सुमेरु पर्वत है।
That's how tall the Sumeru Parvat is. 1,00,000, okay, 100,040 yojan. Yojan is another unit of length or distance.
और उतनी ही मध्यलोक की ऊंचाई है। अब पूर्व पश्चिम अपेक्षा से लोक का प्रमाण कहते हैं। ऊर्ध्वलोक के ऊपरिम भाग में व्यास 1 राजू है। ऊर्ध्व
Now let's see the east-west dimensions, okay?
लोक के मध्य भाग तक व्यास बढ़ता हुआ 5 राजू होता है। पुनः मध्य लोक तक व्यास घटता हुआ 1 राजू होता है।
This is the perimeter, okay? How much distance between the two edges? So 1 raju, then we had 5, then you come back to 1.
आगे अधोलोक के अंत तक व्यास बढ़ता हुआ 7 राजू होता है। दक्षिण उत्तर अपेक्षा से लोक का प्रमाण सर्वत्र 7 राजू ही है। इस प्रकार संपूर्ण लोक 343 घन राजू है। दक्षिण उत्तर लोक का प्रमाण जहां 7 राजू है, उसके ठीक मध्य भाग में त्रसनाड़ी है। त्रसनाड़ी की लंबाई 1 राजू, चौड़ाई 1 राजू और ऊंचाई कुछ कम 13 राजू प्रमाण है।
That's where you and I live. And
इसी
what are these? These are the Viman, the vehicles of the Devgati Devs.
त्रसनाड़ी में स्वर्ग,
How many? 16 sparks.
मध्यलोक, नरक की रचना है। त्रसनाड़ी में एकेंद्रिय से लेकर पंचेंद्रिय तक सभी जीव रहते हैं और त्रसनाड़ी के बाहर शेष लोकाकाश में मात्र एकेंद्रिय जीव ही रहते हैं।
See, outside this blue pole here, only 1 sense jeeves, but inside 1 to 5 sense jeeves.
अधोलोक के अंत में 1 राजू ऊंचा तल भाग है, जहां मात्र एकेंद्रिय जीव रहते हैं। वात वलय,
Vatvala, I mean, how is the environment? What is it covered by? What are the layers that cover the 3 loks?
जिस प्रकार वृक्ष छाल से वेष्टित रहता है, उसी प्रकार लोक 3 वात वलयों से वेष्टित है।
Like a tree is covered by bark, our body is covered by skin. just like that, the three loks have three coverings, three layers upon
घिरे
them.
हुए होने से वलय और वायु के हैं, अतः वात। इस कारण वात वलय कहलाते हैं। उन वात वलयों के नाम इस प्रकार हैं। पहला घनोदधि वात वलय, दूसरा घन वात वलय और तीसरा तनुवात वलय। घनोदधिवात वलय गाय के मूत्र सदृश वर्ण वाला है।
Like you read.
घनवात वलय मूंग के सदृश वर्ण वाला है। और तनुवात वलय अनेक वर्ण वाला है। लोक एवं आठों पृथ्वियों को प्रथम घनोदधिवात वलय, पश्चात घनवात वलय, उसके पश्चात तनुवात वलय ने क्रम से वेष्टित किया है। लोक घनोदधिवात वलय के आधार से है, घनोदधिवात वलय घनवात वलय के आधार से है, घनवात वलय तनुवात वलय के आधार से है और तनुवात वलय आकाश के आधार से है तथा आकाश स्वयं अपने आधार से है। वात वलयों की मोटाई लोकाकाश के अधोभाग में दोनों पार्श्व भागों में।
All right. So this was about the layers, the coverings. Now I've got my PowerPoint ready for you. This will make things very, very easy for you to understand, okay, about the Madhya Lok. Let me share my PowerPoint because we don't need much music while we are learning, do we? But did you all really like this video? The 3D video which we just saw? It gives a great idea about how things are divided. Okay, now, can everyone see my screen? Nice and clear? Why am I not able to see here? Okay, now I can see you. All right, so we saw this. We saw the three loks, okay? Now, this is what I mean by the concentric circles. One is Jambudweep, then we have Lavan Samudra, then we have Dhatki Khand. Did everyone understand what concentric means? One inside the other, one encircled by the other? Aran, samjha beta aapko? Yes. Now, there's some islands. Now, okay, this is what I mean. So Jambudweep encircles the Lavan Samudra and is encircled by Lavan Samudra. Then we have Dhatki Khand. Then we have Kalodadi Samudra, where the water is like darkish. Then we have Manushottar Parvat. Okay, now let's come to Jambudweep. This is where you and I live. This is so important to understand. Okay, now the diameter of this Jambudweep is 100,000 yojan. That's a very, very long distance. Some areas have a receding and some a progressive time cycle. What does that mean? Right now we are in the fifth kal. Agreed, everyone? Like that, there is certain areas like we saw about.
I have a question.
Yes,
How-
bolo.
How big is one yojan?
How big? I will tell you. I've got the measurements for everything.
Oh.
I'll share that PowerPoint with you then. Okay? What is a dhanush? What is a yojan? I'll tell you all that. Okay? Is that okay? Can you wait for some time? If not today, how much time do? If not today, next time. All right, we've still got 8 minutes. I'll try to complete as much as possible. Now, some areas have a receding and some a progressive time cycle. Encircling is a high standing wall like a fort. Okay, encircling these, the Jambudweep. Now, we saw there's mountains that divide the Jambudweep. 6 mountains which divide it into 7 parts. Do you all see these mountains? Look, my cursor is there. The white, the yellow, then the colorful ones, then again the white. Can you all see it here? So the white mountain range and the yellow mountain range. Are you all able to see it? Yes? All right. So it divides the Jambudweep into kshetras, which is areas. Bharat, Hemvai, Harivas, Mahavidya, Ramyak, Hiranvai, and Airavat. Okay? What are the names of the mountains? You don't need to learn all this. We'll just remember them for now. Okay. Shikri, Rukmi, Neelvat, Meru, Nishad, Mahahimvat, and Chulhimvat. These are the names of the mountains. On every mountain, there is a reservoir of water. Okay. Padma, Mahapadma, Tigij, Kesari, Mahapundrik, and Pundarik. Now, where is that reservoir? Look, can you all see this where my cursor is? Through that reservoir, two rivers flow on either sides. Okay. What are the names? Ganga, Sindhu, Rohit, Rohitasya, Hari, Harikanta, Sita, Sitoda, Nari, Narakanta, Suvarnakula, Rupyakula, Rakta, and Raktoda. So on either side, eastward one and the westward one. That is where the rivers flow. Okay. So these are these are a beautiful PowerPoint to denote the 7 kshetras. This is the Bharat kshetra. And like that, there's 5 Bharat kshetras. We live in one of the 5, okay? 5 Bharat kshetras. Then the next one is called the Hemavai kshetra. Do you see the second arrow? Then we have the Harivas, Mahavideha kshetra, or the Videha kshetra as it's called. Then we have Ramyakvas, this area. Hiranyavai, Airavat kshetra. Like that are the 7 kshetras. Why do I even bother about learning these? You don't need to learn anything by heart. This is just to show you that's how the Jain geography is. And what is this depicting? How powerful and potent is Sarvagya Bhagwan's Keval Gyan. Okay, that everything can be seen as clear as something kept on your hand, an object kept on your hand. Okay. So what all is there in Madhyalok? So these were all the things that we saw in Madhyalok. Okay. So Bharat, Hemvat, all these kshetras, and Jambu Dweep is just one dweep, and encircling that is the Lavan Samudra. So this is what we learned in Madhyalok today. I've kept it very, very short. And Arham, let me just finish this and then I will tell you about the Rajus, okay? We will actually do one class if you want, explaining about the different measurements. Okay, there's Dhanush, there's Hath, there's Dhanush. I can tell you all those. Shelly, let me share this again now. Okay. So these were the 7 regions, and right in the south of Bharat Kshetra is Mahavideha Kshetra or Videha Kshetra, where Kunda Acharya went. Okay. Now, on every mountain is a big tank, okay, out of which the 14 rivers rise, the Ganga, Sindhu. We spoke about that. This central world is also called slanting world, Tiryak Lok, because it's slightly oblique. Okay. What does oblique mean? Habitations of the central world are oblique. Okay. Look how the Naraks were one under the other, like that. In Madhyalok, we are encircling each other. Okay. What is the lower world made up of? I've got a PowerPoints for all these, but maybe next week. Okay, we might not have enough time today. So 7 Narak, Ratna Prabha, Sharkara Prabha, Baluka Prabha, Panka Prabha, Dhoom Prabha, Tam and Mahatama Prabha. These are names of the Naraks. Do you like the names? What do the names mean? Ratna means precious gems. Does anyone want precious gems? Would we want to go to Narak for that? No way. Sharkara Prabha is slightly coarse sand, okay, slightly coarse. Then we have Baluka, very, very fine sand. Then Panka Prabha, it's dark. Dhoom Prabha, Dhoom is like smoky. Then we have Tam, it's pitch dark. And Mahatam, very, very dark. Okay, that's how the 7 Naraks are explained, and they are below one another and full of tortures. Okay, the climate is very foul. It smells so bad. They say even if a little bit of soil from the Narak comes to where we live, all of us will be intoxicated by that. Okay, it's so foul smelling. And what do we eat there? Guess what the Naraki eat? They eat that mud, which is foul smelling. They eat the soil. Okay, and how hungry they are? They're so hungry that if they eat all the food grains in the entire universe, it will not suffice their hunger. And even if they drink all the water in all the oceans, it will not quench their thirst. Yet they don't get a drop of water. Okay? They are under the influence of strong passions, krodh, man, maya, lobh, out of which killing and attacking, hinsa, is at the peak. Okay? They are abodes of miseries. When people indulge in strong demerits, जब बहुत पाप करते हैं, तब हम नरक में जन्म लेते हैं. Okay? Now, if sinners go to narak, where do the virtuous people go? They go to heavens. And where are the heavens? In the upper world. Are they oblique? No, they are not oblique. They are one on top of each other. 16 heavens, like a pair each. Swadharm, Ishan, Sanat Kumar, Mahendra, Brahma, Brahmottar, Lantav, Kapishta, Shukra, Mahashukra, Satar, Sahastrar, Anat, Pranat, Aran, Achyut. Okay, these are the 16 swargs. Above them are 9 Grevayaks. Above that, we have 9 Anudesh and 5 Anuttar Viman. And guess what is above the Anuttar Vimans? The Siddhashila. Does that mean that devs in those Anuttar Vimans, in the topmost Devlok, they can go to Siddhashila directly from there? Devgati say, not possible. Why not? Because devs do not have the capacity of self-restraint. They cannot keep any sayam. Okay? Now the student says, I am not satisfied. Give me more details. Just like Arham said, I really want to know what yojan is. Okay? So the teacher says, what more can be explained in one lesson? We're almost an hour done. And when we study the Tattvard Sutra, you remember how we started with Tattvard Sutra, and it's got different commentaries like Tattvartha Vartik, Rajvartik, Shlokvartik. Triloksar, we will be learning all this. Okay? And next chapter is really interesting. We have done the Satvyasan. Does anyone remember the Saptavyasan chapter? Does anyone remember the Dravyavasan and Bhavyasan? No? All right, we'll do it again next week. Okay? Arham, where is Arham? Arham, is it okay? Do we end at 8:30? We started at 7:40, so we will. All right, you mean 8:45. Yeah, we started 7:40 today. Okay. Arham, can you wait until next week, or you want to know it right away? You can wait?
I can wait.
That's great. Okay, next week, we'll, in the first 15 minutes, I'll give you all a slight hint about the measures. Okay? So it's going to be very interesting. Might be boring for some. Why do I need to know them? There's no scale which can measure. I don't have any scale. But guess what? These are such massive measures. They are beyond our imagination. Okay, just like we have finite, which can be counted. Then we have uncountable. And then we have infinite. Okay, like that, there's different measures like Hath. Hath is one of the measures. Sat Hath. Mahavir Bhagwan's height was Sat Hath. In the 6th Kal, all humans will be 1 Hath. Okay, in the 4th Kal, Adinath Bhagwan was 500 Dhanush tall, which is like a few kilometers. Okay, so we will see all that next week. All right, I'll see you for now. Let's do Chinwani Stuti. निज निधि निज में बता दी, यह अनंत उपकार है, इसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है, वंदना शत बार है. जय जिनेन्द्र सभी को. Were you all
Jai
going to
Jinendra.
create any
Jai
present?
Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra. Were you all going to create presentations on certain topics? Had you all taken names for those topics?
Yeah, so you gave me 7 Vyasan, but I was